Hello and welcome to another update video for December 2021. But this is a new type of update video because this time around I'm joined with my good friend Manny Cruz. So if you want to know what he looks like, well, there you go. Hope you're not too disappointed. Say hi, Manny.
If you feel the need to scream and destroy your computer after seeing my image, I don't blame you.
Well, his words, not mine. Okay, He's- I
You're like,
didn't
oh my
say
god!
anything. It's
Of
like, but
course,
you implied it.
I'm gonna quote the second Ninja Turtles movie. His face. Ugh.
Yes, love that. Love that. I haven't seen that movie for ages. I mean, I really need to revisit it, and I'm just scared that it's not going to hold up for me, like, because I've got nostalgia for him, but then I'll watch him and I'll be like,
The first film, yes, it holds up incredibly well. Second film, it was my favorite growing up, but it's like, yeah, the first one is definitely the best film, and the
no,
third
no Casey
one,
Jones.
yeah, no Casey. And the third one, it's awful, but I still like it because I am a diehard Turtles fan. But it's a terrible film.
Well, I saw two and three in the cinema, and I remember the third one, and we won't go off track too much here, but I saw the third one. But when Casey Jones, because I knew nothing, I was a young kid then, and when Casey Jones came on the screen, it was just it was a big deal. I mean, nothing against Danny. I think this is the second one or something like a replacement for Casey Jones. Nothing against him, but you can't beat Casey. It's as simple as that. That's
Yeah.
what I think. But not to get too rail. So yeah, I thought I'd do this update video and invite Manny this time round because yeah, we got a bit of an announcement that Manny will be joining more on the channel, doing a lot more things. We're still working things out in terms of what he'll be doing. He might perform his juggling act. He might be cooking some arroz con pollo. Is that
There you go. You got it the
yes,
second
in
time.
his kitchen. Um,
My kitchen
right
studio.
behind him, of course, and other delectable delights.
Yeah, you got garbage. You got two boxes of garbage, garbage bags behind me. So ignore
Mm-mm.
that. It's not
Yeah,
part of the menu.
I enjoy a bit of garbage. I eat McDonald's, or as we say in Australia, Macca's. That's what we call McDonald's, by the way, Macca's.
Macca's. Oh
All the
wow, you learn
time.
something new every day.
Yeah, it's so common here. I mistakenly assume that everyone calls it that, but no, I think you guys call it what, Mickey D's, or
Yeah,
is
Mickey
that
D's.
yeah,
Yeah, McDonald's, Mickey D's. You have Hungry Jack. I have Burger King.
yeah, yeah.
That blew my mind when I found that out.
It's really weird, and I think it was all due to some kind of a trademark
hmm
thing where someone else had the trademark for Burger King, so they had to. So there was a rest. I don't know. Look, trust me. Look it up. See the history of it. Look up the history of Hungry Jacks on Wikipedia. That details everything. They started in Perth, and then which is the west of Australia, and then it expanded out here. Although at one stage we also had Burger King too, so we had Hungry Jacks and Burger King. So weirder. It's
The
weird.
multiverse of fast food.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. And for extra bit of homework, read about the Colonel. Actually, the KFC Colonel. Like his history is fascinating too.
hmm
He even came to Australia once, believe it or not, in the '70s. So
Really did not know that.
yeah, no, he did, and it's interesting seeing him like in Australia. It was just like yeah, multiverse, like two worlds. It's like it does not compute it. How does this Kentuckian anyway? I think he's Kentuckian, but anyway, yeah. So how about it, Manny? You looking forward to doing even more stuff on the channel? Because you're not already busy as it is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm busy. I'm a working musician and doing all that other stuff. But it's funny. I'm thinking back to because I'm trying to remember how exactly I found your channel because I've said it before in the commentaries, but I've been an amateur, cartoon researcher, historian. You won't hear me claim to be like John Canemaker, Jerry Beck, or all these other guys that have been doing it for so long. But I
Just Evan Baxter, just him.
and yeah, only yeah. Sorry, Devin, but I started because a few years ago that's when I really started getting back into the whole swing of it. Especially now that I'm combining my musical knowledge with the cartoons that I learned. I always tell people that when I first got into, I mean, I grew up watching these cartoons mainly on Nickelodeon and on TNT, TBS, and occasionally on ABC. Channel 7 here in New York or New Jersey. And it was in middle school that I found the old Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies webpage that used to be on the Toon Zone forums. And it blew my mind from there. And I always told people, I was like, yeah, instead of being a normal middle schooler, hanging out with your friends and chasing after girls, I was recording cartoons off of TV and reading books. But, fast forward years later, I have all this musical knowledge, and now I'm like rewatching them with not only the sense of being an adult now, but just really appreciating it more. And I'm like, oh my God, I picked up on all these little musical cues I never noticed before. But also the fact that it's been 20 years since a lot of these cartoons have been shown on American television until recently with the launch of MeTV and Tune In With Me. And it's like, there's this whole new generation, your children's age and even a little bit older than them, that they never got to experience it. But anyway, sorry, I like stories, but
Yes.
just I wanted to look up Looney Tune content online just for the heck of it, when I'm driving. And I found your channel. I was like, oh, I like this guy's style, I like what he's doing. I was like, let me see if I could contribute to it. I'm like, I can't contribute much because I don't know squat compared to the other animation historians. So I was like, well, I know a little bit about music. Maybe I could help. And, I sent you a message on Facebook. And then he was like, all right, mate, I'll bring you on. Just send me $500 dues and no. And you were very generous.
Which equates to what $1 American, basically, because the
Exactly. Yeah.
exchange rate is not particularly good at this stage.
God bless inflation.
Ah,
But,
yes, we love it. We love
but,
inflation.
uh, but yeah,
After one.
we started communicating, whatever, hit it off, pretty well. Not only our love of Looney Tunes, but our love of The Simpsons. And, we're around the same. You're like the big brother I never had, even though I have two big brothers, but they're not nerds like I am. So, but
Yeah,
it's been a fun, I'd say close to a year now that we've been, you know, uh, communicating, and you were kind enough to let me come on and do some of the commentaries and now reviews. And it's been a blast. And, I've been thinking for a while now. It's like, this is something I've wanted to, because I always do music. I have degrees in music. I listen to music. I teach about music, and it's like, that's not. I don't want to be defined strictly by that. And there's times that I'm like, I am a huge nerd, and now, and I think we were talking about it a while back, but it's like now we were old enough to remember when you were ostracized for it. But now, if you're a fan of Marvel, if you're a fan of DC, if you're a fan of this pop culture property, like now it's acceptable to indulge in those things. And it's like, wow, finally we've gotten to that point now, us elderly
exactly.
millennials.
Oh, it's
So
fantastic.
yeah,
It
it's
is
it's it's
fantastic.
awesome.
Yeah, like yesterday, I watched the latest Spider-Man movie, which is fantastic. I won't spoil anything here, of course. Believe me, go if you can go in with no spoilers, you'll have a great time.
Hold on, here's the
Um,
spoiler. Big spoiler. Spider-Man is in the movie.
hmm,
Uh-oh. All right. That's it. Kick
I'm
me out.
wagging the finger now. But before that, we have EB Games, which I know you guys in the States actually had, which was then swallowed up by GameStop or
Yeah,
something.
they took
Anyway,
over everything. Yeah.
but yeah, we still got EB Games here, and so I'll go in, and they're sort of doing the pop culture thing as well. It's just incredible. I'm looking at all these statues and just merchandise. I saw Nightmare Before Christmas onesies, for crying out loud. And I'm a huge Tim Burton nut, and I'm thinking, do I dare take the next step and actually wear Tim Burton? But it's it's
And of
not.
course, I just got this from my car. It's a Christmas ornament, but I have an orange car now. And I
Yeah.
also got this, and I named it after Tail. Oh, sorry, it's upside down.
I-
Tails, and it's like, it's cool. You could, and I'm wearing a
exactly.
Ghostbusters shirt. I'm like, it's an amazing time to be alive.
Exactly.
Well,
I got the Looney
minus
Tunes.
everything
That's
else.
all folks here and everything.
Yeah.
And you were saying, you don't want to be known as the one person. I mean, yeah, okay. The channel is like 99% Looney Tunes, and that's how I want it to be for the time being. Although I am going to branch out with stuff, and that's what we're going to discuss in a moment with this really long intro. But that's fine. This is hopefully fine for all of you guys watching. Hope at least, are you not entertained? But just just to go back to what you were saying. I mean, look behind me, right? I mean, I'm not defined by Looney Tunes. I mean, if you look at one side, I'm a comic book nut. Okay, I read, like, I love graphic novels, that sort of stuff. Not just superhero stuff, but just stuff in general. Then if you look on this side, I'm a movie collector. I'm not crazy well, I am crazy, but I'm not some insane collector where I'll just collect everything. I mean, I personally think some people do take it that maybe things a bit too far. But again, even then, I don't care. You know, that's their money, their business, whatever. You know, you have fun. But I think as long as you collect what you like, and the fact that you now have the ability to collect a lot of stuff because there's so much available now, I think it's fantastic. I love it. I mean, you know, I've got right here, you know, all these movies. I mean, you know, Snoopy, you know, I'm happy. You know, like I've got that, and I mean, on Blu-ray, Superman, like I honestly never thought it was going to look any better than the the television broadcast, but here we are. We've got the Blu-rays, and now the entire, I guess, Tim verse, you know, the Bruce Tim Batman animated series, Superman, Batman and Beyond, Justice League Unlimited. That whole saga is now in high def, and it's fantastic. I'm absolutely love it, absolutely love it. But again, I'm also, you know, I got to have my film, you know.
That's a fancy box of Special K. Don't let him fool you.
That's right. That's right. You know, because before we recorded, we were talking about 4K, and I lifted this up, so you thought I was just kidding around saying, you know, 4K.
K.
So if I have four
Anthony's
copies,
Animation Talk, sponsored by Special K. Special, and just hold up the
boy, I'd love to
box.
be sponsored though. I mean, hey, if anyone's out there, you know, I've got nearly 2,500 subs, so you know, hopefully that'll happen one day. But to give you guys an update, and I will put a timestamp for those who don't want to hear the banter, if you just want the updates only. So
Yeah,
now's the
get to the
time, Manny,
point.
to put the paper bag over your head, okay? For people
All
only
right.
wanting the up.
Is that good
Yeah,
enough?
that'll work. No, I
All right.
kid.
Yeah.
So just let you guys know, with the videos going forward, okay? So obviously, I've released the 1948 year in review, so that covers 1948, which is a fantastic year. I hope you all enjoy it, and the pain I have to go through in getting it through YouTube because they don't seem to like to showcase too much. But whatever, it's there, and it's all good to go. Um, there's of course this video, and I'm hoping to do one video with Fox regarding just some Christmas stuff. To release before Christmas. Then, as of next week, I'm going to release 1946 reviews, and the reason I picked 1946, okay, because two things happened while I was covering that year. One, there were the takedowns. It was like 37 takedown notices, okay? And so a lot of people missed out, I think, around the middle of 1946, give or take. They missed out on it. And then, of course, the channel went down. I challenged it. I won because Warner Brothers didn't respond. So then people started watching. I started releasing, and then of course I got the phone call for Warner Brothers legal, and then it's like, all right, guys, here's the last 7 or so videos. You got a week to watch them. See you later. And I think most people missed, I think, the middle and the last week's worth. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to redo those first. They're the easiest to redo, and then at least that way I can get some content out there, because I want to because I'm taking a break until around roughly the end of January. Not because of anything bad, but I want to avoid burnout. I love doing this. I love doing what I'm doing. And people like Manny and of course Blue Genocide. Please sub to his channel if you haven't. He's doing some excellent stuff, I think.
Hi,
Um,
Blue.
and Steph Stilley, such an awesome person she is. I love her.
Hi,
Austin
Steph.
Kelly,
Austin Kelly. Hi,
Luke
hi, everyone.
Perkins, SC McPeter, Matt Hunter, Jonathan Graves of This Means Podcast, Devin Baxter, Jerry Beck. I mean, I can't believe I'm still shocked. Got to got to meet him. It was incredible. And I'm probably missing out. Oh, Huey Nelson. Yes, thank you. Sorry, Huey. Sorry. And of course, the various other fans out there. I apologize if I missed mentioning you, but I love you all. But yeah, I do need a break, and because of COVID lockdowns and so on, we're finally going on holiday with the family. I'm hoping this new variant thing doesn't stuff it up, but if it does, we'll just postpone the holiday. But I'm still going to take a break. So regardless, I'm taking a break. But the 1946 stuff, that's still going to come out. So at least there'll still be content in the meantime. And I'm trying with these to add something new. Like I'm trying to convince Manny to add, his 2 cents on baby bottleneck, so now I'm putting extra pressure on him. As you can see, he's like
Oh,
sweating.
gee,
You can see
thanks.
it.
Ah.
So I'm hoping that at least for those who have seen the original commentaries, at least it's not going to be too different. It's just a remix of what was said, sort of facts on the left, feelings on the right. Um, I guess there might even be deeper meaning in what I just said there too. No, but facts on the left, feelings on the right. Sorry, not to get political. Um,
Oh boy.
and then add you know, like a rating and other things as well. And then once I get back into it, I will most likely do anywhere between 2 to 3 new reviews a week and 1 to 2 commentary redos a week. That's to make sure that I don't I don't burn out. If I can do one or two more, then yeah, I'll probably will. But I don't want to overpromise because I tried to do 4 new reviews a week and that was just too much. I couldn't do it.
That was
Uh,
very ambitious of you.
yeah, it was just too much. Especially with the fact I do run a comic book store, my own online comic book store. That's how I make a living. So, if it was just the YouTube channel, then I could do it. But I can't do both. Plus, I'm also staying home dad, so there's that too. But the focus will be, with the commentary redos. It's frustrating that I'm seeing. I've got all this content. It's all done, all covered, and I can't release it, and it's frustrating. I want it out there,
Yeah.
and and I think I definitely need to do this, and it's just going to be on the non-public domain stuff. Eventually, I'll do the public domain stuff, but I just want to get the other stuff out first. What say you, Manny? I think that's a good approach. Like I'm thinking instead of doing it maybe year by year, instead of 1946, I'll still do, but
Yeah.
instead of doing year by year, I'm thinking I might even just maybe cover all of Tex Avery. You know, start with
Yeah, I think
Tex.
that's a good approach. Or like you could do the early years of a certain like the early Bugs. You could do the early Porky, the early Daffy, whatever. I
Yeah,
think it'll be a cool way. And then right there, if people want to just focus specifically on Bugs, they'll start off from Porky's hare hunt and work their way up, and then they'll fall in line with what the current chronology of you're soon approaching 1949, 19 whatever, and if they just want to listen to that playlist by itself, it's done. Porky by itself. I mean,
yeah.
another part of me is like go back to the beginning, start with the early harmonizing shorts that are still under copyright, but then another part of me is like, yeah, that's only for the real diehard people, and you're trying to make this
Mm.
as accessible as possible.
Yeah, exactly. But I will probably mix it up anyway. But I'll make a decision. But hey, you have the power to let me know which way you want me to do it because I really want to have these commentaries up because it's like a thorn in my side. It's just something. It's like I- I'm seeing all this content and I can't release it. But hey, at least redoing these commentaries was not as bad as I thought it was. I thought it was going to be a lot worse, but it's actually not that bad. I just cut chunks of what's appropriate, shift it to where it needs to go, add the new intro, new outro, done, and it takes me maybe not even an hour and a half. But that's for these ones. But the older ones might take that a little bit longer. But hey, and if you want an idea of what they're going to be like, I redid Porky's Duck Hunt. That's already live. If you want to check that out, so, my mate here was also I also added him in there. So if you've heard just me doing it solo all that while back, we've decided to add something a little bit extra. So yeah, let us know about that in the comments below. With Austin Kelly, look, he's taking a kind of a break with Looney Tunes. Like when you grow up, your interests do change over the pace, and I don't want to reveal anything personal in that because it's his private business. But he's taken a bit of a break in relation to the channel. He may come back in the future because we did that video, the ask us anything video. But it just seemed like the passion wasn't there for him, and things happen.
I don't blame
So,
him. It
so,
kind of happened. It's happened to me before with like that burnout and everything. It's just like you need time off. Absence
exactly.
makes the heart grow fonder.
Yeah, and because his focus, I think, now is more on the old comic books and among other things, and that's fine. That's again, I'll use music because obviously you're a musician. I'm gonna, right now I am on a Beatles kick because of the Get Back, which I absolutely loved watching, and I watched the Paul McCartney interview that was on as well recently, and that sort of thing. So I am on a Beatles kick at the moment, but then next month I might be on a Bowie kick, and it doesn't mean I hate the Beatles. It just means doing something else for a bit. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like, I mean, how many times can you listen to Hey Jude?
I
Or any
mean, it
of
is a
the
great song, but yeah, you can only listen to it so many times.
well, that's right. Exactly. I might be the month after that. Might be Simon and Garfunkel. Who knows? I'm slowly revealing my musical tastes here, but
I've been listening to well, besides like podcasts and what other things and a lot of YouTube content. Yours obviously is number one, but I listen to other content as well. But
better be.
I've been, but or I'll break your legs. And no, but I've been listening to a lot of Frank Zappa lately. Like he's one of those artists. I was like, I learned about him, but now I'm like, okay, I can see why a lot of people enjoy his stuff. So that's my current kick.
I mean, the best thing he's ever done was voicing the Pope in Ren and Stimpy, but that's just me.
Yes, yes, and of course, this.
Hey, I am saved.
Did you ever watch Duckman?
No, but it's on my ever expanding
Oh,
list. But I do want to see it. I know of it. I
oh,
can't
it was a,
be.
it was a good show, and Zappa's son Dweezil plays the son of Duckman. Hi, Dodd, and dad is Dodd. I can't do the voice well, but like I said, definitely. And Jason Alexander is Duckman, perfect voice for that character.
I.
Just all the obnoxiousness and like skeeviness of the character, and
Oh
like
yeah.
distilled into Jason Alexander, who's from New Jersey. He's one of us. Woohoo!
I mean, he's been in a lot of crap, but I will say, even in the crap stuff he's been in, he's usually a highlight. Like
Yeah,
he's usually pretty good. But um, there's two other little mini announcement things. Okay, as well. See, I'm going to be refocusing the podcast. I think of it as it's going to have like I suppose, a soft relaunch. I think the problem with the podcast was it didn't. I don't know what I want it to be. So I was just trying all these different things to see what I was going to do with it. I mean, it's not going away. You're still going to have things like Clampett Part 2, which I postponed till next year. I just didn't have the time. We still got to finish recording that, Manny. Yes, we'll do that in the new
yes,
year. It's just hard in the holiday season to
yeah.
get four people to commit to one time. That's just how it is, and that's so be it. But I hope you guys enjoyed part one. But I definitely want to do. Let's see, the first 10 years of Chuck Jones. I would definitely want to do an episode like that. An episode of Freeze Freeling before MGM, and then the next 10 years of Frizz, like when he came back. Because I think 41 to 51. Once I reached
Yeah.
1951, something like that. But I also want to do other things on the podcast. It could be just a simple discussion, like now, like maybe. Like we want to do the Simpsons thing. We still want to do it. It's just a matter of
Yeah.
finding time. We want to do that. We've figured out roughly what we're going to do, so that's going to happen. But also, like for example, like you might challenge me to watch Duckman, and then I go and watch Duckman, and then we chat about Duckman for an episode, and then I might challenge you to watch, I don't know,
Batman the animated series or Superman, because
or something like that,
as I
and
said to
then we talk
Anthony
about
before,
that,
yeah,
for
as I said to
for an
him
episode.
before the recording, that Batman the animated series and I was never, and I was alive back then. I remember hearing about them, and I never got into those shows. Oh, and it won't be Duckman. You already know what show I told you have to watch first because I've been insisting for months. I watched
Hmm.
Batman the animated series, and I'm a huge Avatar: The Last Airbender fan, and I've been begging him to see it. And he's a busy man, I get it, but I look forward to the day where he can geek out about the
Oh,
show with
I'll
me.
watch it. I will watch it. That's the movie by Shyamalan, right? That it's that movie, right?
Oh, look at the time! All right, I gotta.
I
Maybe you
kid.
should watch the movie and then see the show and realize how awful that movie was.
You know what?
Or should you?
Let me know in the comments. Do you think I should subject myself to that movie? Gather my thoughts as someone who's never seen the show, because I know that the movie pissed off a lot of people who actually did
And
enjoy the
no
show.
spoilers. Do not spoil the show. I'm telling you right now.
um, but the last thing I wanted to let everyone know, a lot of you might not be aware that there is a Patreon and a YouTube member thing, and I got to still update a few things on that. But essentially, I'm doing what a lot of Patreons uh, do these days, and just go, you know what? You donate what you feel, whether it's $1 or more, and you get early access to the to the reviews. And but I also want to try and give more value for money. I want to try and make it that, hey, we can do like a live stream or something, and then with all the Patreon folk and whatnot, which I think you're just laughing because you're realizing that you're actually a patron, aren't you?
No, I'm laughing because I was like, well, Patreon's good. YouTube. I mean, there's other venues you could explore for people to help. Sorry, my mind's in the gutter right now. And
Well,
keep going. I'm laughing at
so what next? You're gonna play that song? You can leave your hat on,
that. The
and it's
Manny
just what.
swimsuit calendar coming next year. Oh
Well, that's
no.
it's like I got the Aussie hat on and nothing.
Hello, ladies.
I'm just holding a koala and nothing else.
And I have a box. I'm holding a box of pizza.
No, well, it could be the hat or holding a koala, and then a strategically placed wallaby right in front of me. So, um, yeah, well,
Oh,
unsigned $20, signed $25. So, all right, it will be on the shop soon. Yep, yep, sure. As long as you do one that's Ninja Turtle themed, Manny, I'm game. All right. It's like
place your
we'll
orders
try and do
now.
the poses like I don't know. I'm no model. I'm assuming that that's the only face that.
Yeah. No, you got to or do like this. There you
There you
go.
go. That's perfect. Or
Oh god.
yeah, something like that. Oh well, we gotta poke fun at ourselves
Yep.
sometimes here. We really really do. But we'll wrap this one up anyway because it's been nearly half an hour of us blabbering on. But and also if you want more videos like this too, I mean. Again, this will be the sort of thing I want to put on the podcast. We have discussions on cartoons and that, and we can put it on YouTube as well. Um,
Hmm.
so you can see our beautiful faces here, beautiful non-calendar faces
Yeah.
here for you guys to to observe.
Oh god.
Um, but if you have any suggestions also for Manny, what he could do with his music in relation to the channel. I mean, again, he doesn't edit yet.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
So
going to teach you. I mean, I did have an idea and I've told you before, but one thing that I'm really like passionate about and like something that I really want to explore more is like the use of classical music, and not just classical music but like the popular music of that time period. Like now that I'm older and now that I know more about the music itself, it's like, oh, that's the lady in red, I get it. Oh, that's a cup of coffee, a sandwich, and you. And of course, the billions of times that you hear Figaro's aria in cartoons, or you hear, I
she
was just
was an
talking
acrobat's
today.
daughter.
She was an acrobat star, exactly, stuff like that. Or like, I've been rewatching Holiday for Shoestrings a lot lately, and I'm like, oh, Tchaikovsky, Frederick Chopin, Johann Strauss, and combining my musical knowledge with my cartoon knowledge, and that's an idea that I'm looking into. Where it's like maybe I could do like, here's this piece of music, and how it was used in animation. Give a little, not only in animation, like, oh, you could see it's heard in this cartoon and it was composed by so and so. So it's an idea I've had for a while now, but now that Anthony is taking me under his wing per se, maybe he could help me. Yeah, I haven't worn deodorant in a
So
week. No,
ooh,
still good.
it's
But
30
it's an
it's 30
idea I have.
degrees Celsius here. So which is what 90
Let's see,
something Fahrenheit.
Celsius to Fahrenheit. You said 30 Celsius.
Yeah,
Okay,
what is about
that is
90?
86. 86.
Ooh,
That's
close. Hey,
pretty.
I was close. I know
That's
roughly.
that's that's pretty hot. Let me see. So
And
here
this is
in
nothing. We endure 40-degree days sometimes, and that's like 105 for you guys or something. Or
it is 0.5 5 Celsius for you. So for me, it's 1 degree. It's 33 degrees here. So it's one above freezing.
So there
So
you
yeah, it's
go.
pretty cold.
Yep, yep, exactly. But we'll wrap it up here with a weather report, of course, and it will
And now back to you, John, with sports.
just is the arroz con pollo ready yet?
Está listo. That means it's ready, and you got to say,
Hmm.
uh, uh, buen provecho, buen
Buen
provecho.
provecho.
That's like the Spanish way of saying bon appetit.
Yeah,
Buen provecho.
I'm just waiting for you to say something like it's like a swear word or something in Spanish, and I'm like, here just innocently saying something.
Oh, I would never do a thing like that. Yeah, right.
Mm. All right, everyone. And look, certainly, I mean, I will wish you guys Merry Christmas in the Christmas video, but if you don't want to see it for whatever reason, have a safe Christmas, have a happy holidays, stay safe, and and all that wonderful stuff, I guess. So until next time, guys, take care.
That's all, folks.